because the idea of the movie The Big Hit came up, and I uh, I had an idea for the movie. The Mark Wahlberg film, the Big Hit. If you guys don't know about the Big Hit, I think it came out in like 98. It says okay, so the release date was April 24th, 1998. It was directed by Kirk Wong. Box office $27 million on a $13 million budget, so it was pretty. It was like profit. Rotten Tomato gives it 41%, Metacritic 31%, 6 out of 10 IMDb, right? But it's I don't even know if it's a cult class or not. I don't know. But all I know is that everybody who has seen this movie and has appreciated the way appreciated it, because I see a lot of other reviews out there. People talk about this film as one of those cult classics that still kind of rings in your head. It's one of those movies, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why this movie it has lasting it has power. The cast was amazing. Um, Let me just start off with the cat, and they still look great today. I mean, even the girl in the movie, China Chow, and I'm trying to remember, was she in high school or was that college? I'm hoping it was, if she was high school, maybe she was 18. I don't know. Let's just say college, because Mark Wahlberg being the hero assassin, I don't know, getting with her, nowadays, yeah, I don't know if you'd have got away with that today. But I'm gonna say college. I'm gonna have to watch this movie again, and I'm gonna hope college, but I think it was high school. But like, don't quote me on that. But she's beautiful, and I'm sure in real life they're very close to age. I forgot Christina Applegate was in this movie. I forgot about that. The reason why I bring it up is because this movie is so quotable. I mean, there's a reason why some movies are considered cult classics. If you find yourself quoting it all the time. Lou Diamond Phillips at the most. I mean, it's always when me and Sean are playing video games, right? Where I'm about to get this chicken, baby. The way I want to do an interview with Lou Diamond Phillips and ask him about his Cisco character. Uh, you can tell me that the director came up with that and he said, I want you to talk like this, baby. No, no. The way he did it was so smooth. And Lou Diamond Phillips needs to play more villain roles. But the way he did it in this movie, the mannerisms, the body language, the way he was just such a dick, just such an ass. Lou, somebody somebody. There's somebody in your life. This is a movie that's 20 years old, man. There's somebody in your life that you were mentally tapping into. There's no way in the world you're gonna tell me that the director, oh, is this exactly how I want you to play it? Just like this, all right? I came up with no. There was somebody in Lou's life, and the man was like 36, 35, like 35 when that movie was filmed, man. He's 57 now. Mark Wahlberg. Let's go back to Mark. Mark Wahlberg. He's 48. I mean, this movie was made in 98. Dude, these characters were crazy. The Crunch character. There is nothing funnier than my boy Bakeem Woodbine, who, dude, you want to see some good roles with this man. He's always playing a guy who's like he's tough as nails, street or hood or whatever you want to say. But lately, he's been getting cast in some good roles where he's being taken more seriously. He was getting typecast for a while, kind of not. I mean, every now and then, like military, gangster, or cop, so because he just has one of those looks. He's just a tough guy, kind of looking at, and that raspy voice, the way he talked, man. He's just one of these guys, man. But his character, I don't know what these guys, they play assassins, and I'm sorry if I didn't say this in the beginning. Let me go back, bro. Let me check myself for a second. Let me go back. Let me tell you what the Big Hit was about. So the Big Hit. All right, let me read the synopsis to you guys real quick. All right, let's see. A Affable hitman, Melvin Smiley, Mark Wahlberg, is constantly being scammed by his cutthroat colleagues in the life-ending business. So when he and his fellow assassins kidnap the daughter of an electronic mogul, it's natural Melvin who takes the fall when their prime score turns sour. That's because the girl in the is the goddaughter of the gang's ruthless crime boss. But even while dodging bullets, Melvin has to keep his real job secret from the unsuspecting fiance, Christina. That's right, she was a fiance. That's right, she was the fiance. So you got a group of assassins, and you got these cutthroat co-workers with Lou Diamond Phillips, with Bokeem playing Crunch, Lou Diamond playing Cisco, and they're always messing with him, man. They're always like the very beginning of the movie. There's a job that they do, and whoever kills the target gets the bonus. They all get paid for doing the job, but the bonus is what you want. And Mark Wahlberg gets the kill, but Lou Diamond, Cisco, this ass just the dead bodies right there, and just puts a couple of shots in it. Hey, my kill, my bonus. They even plan it like they know from the beginning. He got the kill. It don't matter if Melvin got the kill. I put a couple bullets in it myself. He was still alive when I found him, baby. Like, nah, dude. He did the double. He did the two in the chest, one in the head. The dude was dead, man. No way. But he's like, hey, you want to be a bitch about it? You can take the bonus if you're gonna be a bitch about it, like that. Like he's trying to do that reverse psychology stuff on him, man. Of course, because Melvin is a pushover, he's a nice guy. And then he gives him the bonus, and he's in need of money because Christina Applegate is always milking him and always taking his money. And then you got a guy like Crunch, and Crunch, oh my God, my boy Crunch is I don't know what to call him. He's just was it a pansexual? What do you call it? Asexual? He only has sex with himself. It's just about him and his hand. He's always working that hand out, right? It was the best line I ever heard in my life. You instantly knew what he was talking about because the guy was like, he's working his hands. He's got one of those fist muscle things. He's working his arm out. He's like, you're looking at his hands like, oh yeah, I love my hands, because he's about to go home and just be with himself. Because dude is infatuated with himself. No girlfriend. It's all about him. He's got it, but his hand, he loves his hand. It's keeping the hand strong. And he told him right to his face, look Mark Wahlberg right in the eye, said, Mark, straight jacking saves you that mad cream. Oh, it was I'm sorry, man. That movie is it's very quotable. It's got a lot of lines in it, man. That's just it blows my mind how every now and then I keep thinking about this movie. So why am I thinking about this movie right now? I'll tell you what, I'm glad you asked. I feel like this movie could have had a franchise. If Mark Wahlberg were to have made this movie within the last 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. See, this is back when Mark Wahlberg was still Vincent Chase on Entourage, when he was up in the ups and downs, getting some movies here and there. He was going through, but by the end of the series, when Mark Wahlberg finally blew up, and you got Turtle, who on Power now. Today, if Mark Wahlberg were to make this exact same movie, even with the exact same cast, this movie would have made 50, probably 60, 70 million on the same budget, maybe a little bit more. Easily probably would have could have came close to 80, 90 million if they'd have done it right. With the exact same cheesiness of it, and the exact same cast with the exact same acting and all that stuff in it. Even at today's age, they all look great, right? This movie would have been a huge hit, and I think could have been a franchise. Now, if you would have franchised this movie, and that's why that's the main thing I'm talking about right now. A sequel to The Big Hit, I feel, could happen. Mark Wahlberg's 48 years old, but he still looks pretty relatively the same. He's still an action star. He can still pull off the funny. You got to bring a cast, because everybody now, spoiler alert, guys, you're not going to have the original cast in there. I mean, this was a movie about assassins. You got a movie called The Big Hit, and then while me and Sean were playing the game, he goes, "Well, your sequel could be called." It was just off the top of the head, just playing around. The bigger hit, the biggest hit. Boom, there you go. Right, instantly, I was like, they need to do that. The sequel to The Big Hit, the bigger hit, and start this movie right now. You could cast people like Ryan Reynolds, Chris Hemsworth, Jason Statham. Hell, you couldn't afford it, but The Rock. They make him an executive producer. You could have you could have a whole new team that you have to deal with every year, and hell, bring Christina Applegate back. Maybe something happened. Did she die in the end? If she didn't die, bring her back. maybe the girl that he got with, who was she in high school or not? Now that's the part I think you would have to worry about, because if she was in high school, I don't know if I want to bring that up again. But if she was I think that was a college, or maybe it was a private school. I don't know. Either way it goes, she was probably 18, maybe. But hell, even Christina Applegate, that I could see that she talk her way back into getting back with him, and then they're married and stuff, and he still has to, he's miserable. Why'd you get back with her then? And then your ex, the girl that you were supposed to be with, is like, she's long gone. And now you got the stakes are raised. She's not just a fiance now she's her wife. The stakes are raised, man. You got to make that money. And then, I mean, the possibilities of that becoming a franchise is endless, man. You got people in that same age group, maybe younger, that could really fit. The Rock would fit in that. Hell, Samuel Jackson, I could see him doing it. They work good together. There's a lot of people that can pull this off. I wouldn't go as far as like a straight up comedian. I mean, I'm talking about people who can be believable as action stars and still pull off funny. Looking at Hobbs and Shaw, maybe Eldridge Elba. He's very funny. That's just off the top of my head, I can't come up with it. That's why I brought this up, because I want to know what do you guys think about the title, The Bigger Hit, and the biggest hit for part 2 or part 3, or should it just be The Big Hit 2, The Big Hit 3? But I like Bigger Hit and Biggest Hit, and then call it the Big Hit Trilogy, or something like that, right? A big hit movie, big hit trilogy, and just see where it goes from there, man. But I thought that that was a hell of an idea, and I just want to know. Just think of some guys or some girls that can be in these types of movies that can pull it off and be believable. I'm talking about that can ride that. Oh, Charlize Theron. I mean, there's a lot of people that can ride that line of funny and pull off action. There's a small minority of actors that can pull it off. But it can be done. Hell, Liam Neeson can do that. There's a lot of people out there. That's the question I want to bring up with you. I want to talk about this subject. So let's keep talking about it. What do you think about the name that I came up with for this franchise? What do you think about the idea of it? Have you seen The Big Hit? Do you believe? Is it I know it's been 20 years, but everything 20 years ago is coming back. 2018, 2019, you might as well call it 98, 99. Everybody from the 90s is coming back, right? Martin is coming back. Punky Brewster from the 80s is coming back. Come on, man. It's crazy. So I feel like this one could work. The first one made money. It did, whether you like it or not, it made money. So what am I talking about? Well, I said as a comment there, but I don't know if that was like what the hell are we talking about? The big hit. So that's what I'm talking about, if that's what you're asking. But I want to know what you guys think about that idea. Do you think The Big Hit should have a new movie, a franchise, and if the bigger hit is a success, they should do the third one and do The Biggest Hit? And then mention what names that you would put in your version of that movie.